Thank you very much, Mr. President. There was a little bit of a commotion in the back because our dear colleagues wanted me to deliver my speech in Queen's English, but I only know Scottish. Well, Madam President, I stand here today to join the rest of the world in extending our sympathy and condolences to the royal family and to the British people on the passing of their beloved monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, who is now called by many as Queen Elizabeth the Great. The longest reigning British monarch, she always led with quiet grace and dignity, never seeming to sag under the heavy weight of the crown. She was born into power, but that power came at a price, a life lived in and owed to the public. All public servants like us here in the Senate experience this to a certain extent, but it is a deal we enter into and a choice that we willingly take. Not so for the Queen. At just 25 years old, she had no choice but to relinquish any possibility of a life lived for herself. In a strange way, in taking up the highest seat of power, she also gave up autonomy over herself. Nevertheless, my dear colleagues, she navigated her role well, much like her namesake Elizabeth I. She ushered in a golden age of the monarchy and became a constant figure of stability for her people. And her unflappable leadership was instrumental in uplifting national morale even in times of socio-economic and political upheaval. In her 7 decades as a monarch, she also oversaw the strengthening of their foreign affairs, including of course, bilateral relations between the United Kingdom and the Philippines, particularly with regards to peace and development, disaster relief and management, trade investments, and climate action and health. And clearly, in my previous meetings with the Ambassador of Great Britain, we always discussed issues about the Bangsamoro peace process, on the peace process in Mindanao, and how dedicated the British government was in helping us achieve this goal of peace in our area. And I had such an amazing experience listening yesterday. It was yesterday, Sunday afternoon, to many distinguished former prime ministers at Westminster Abbey giving eulogies on their beloved Queen Elizabeth the Great. And one thing that struck me was the speech of Boris Johnson, the former Prime Minister of England and Great Britain, when he mentioned that the distinguished, honorable Queen had one trait that stood above all the traits that she had. It was her humility. Well, according to him, if you'd visit Balmoral Castle or the areas that she would love to stay in, the Queen always apparently disregarded her security escorts. She always liked to drive alone in her car without any escorts, roaming around the villages of the castle that she would stay. And she frowned upon any type of entourage. She didn't like to have entourages. Things that we can learn in Philippine politics. And she also believed in duty to her people. And I think that is her enduring quality. And for most of you who watch The Crown, as I'm a big fan of that show in Netflix, see truly, no matter what side she takes on her personal life and public life, she always fulfills her duty to her people. Duty first among any other thing that would be the template of the society at that time. It was always duty first. So, indeed, we join hundreds of thousands of overseas Filipino workers in the United Kingdom today. We have plenty in the United Kingdom, Madam President, who are mourning the loss of the Queen of England and Great Britain, under whose leadership they were able to enter the UK to create a better life for themselves and their families and communities back home. So, Madam President, once again, let me reiterate the expression of our deepest sympathies and condolences on the passing of Queen Elizabeth the Great, a leader well loved and respected and admired the world over. Thank you, Madam President, and I'd like to ask our colleagues to adopt with all members this resolution with all members as authors. Thank you very much, Madam President.
Thank you, Senate President Miguel Zubiri.